4, follow traffic, clear visual approach, runway 4 right, maintain 17, John Austin, 5 mile final. 17 till 5 out.
Finding opportunities for professional development and growth in one of the most demanding roles in our industry. From the National Business Aviation Association, this is Flight Plan, brought to you by Varion, formerly ATP. I'm Rob Finfrock with your trusted source for the very latest business aviation news and information. Free time is tough to find when you work in scheduling and dispatch, and the job tends not to stay in the hangar when you leave. Nevertheless, it's important for those in S&D to make the time, not only to relax and decompress, but also to find opportunities to learn, grow, and advance their knowledge and their careers.
You're always looking for ways to advance and re-energize yourself and remain challenged in your role. You just want to stay fresh, stay current, and increase your knowledge anywhere you can.
That was Ashley Daniel, who works on the executive travel team at MassMutual. Also joining me today is Nicholas Vandesample, an operational analyst for Northern Jet, who reiterates that one can't stand still in an industry that moves so quickly.
All the time, there's something new happening in aviation. If we look just in the past couple of decades or so, directives like SMS and environmental topics were not something that was the top of mind, but now they are. And we're advancing in advanced air mobility areas, which are really important for us. Opportunities that are out there could be something like you could go get a Six Sigma black belt, something that's always available. Going out and achieving something like an MBA or a further bachelor degree is something else that's always out there for somebody if they want to improve their situation.
Sounds like a lot of opportunities are out there, Nick, but how can schedulers and dispatchers make the time to pursue them?
I'm a big believer in that you have to want to be better the next day. So it starts with making a commitment to yourself to try to be better, try to know what those different opportunities are out there for you, and look to be better the next day.
I definitely agree with Nick. You have to want it, but looking at how busy schedulers and dispatchers are, you really have to build in any free time you can. If it's 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, or if you can build in an hour on a Sunday, if it's a day you don't have any flights going on, and just try to get out of your comfort zone, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to speak to people. And when you're talking to people, ask them what their background is. How did they get to where they are now? That could help formulate your own plan and help figure out which direction you want to take your own career. The more you speak to people, the more you will increase your knowledge and learn what's out there.
And coming up, we'll discuss some of the paths out there to assist schedulers and dispatchers in their professional growth. After this word from our sponsor.
Take your aviation operations to new heights. Introducing Varion, formerly known as ATP, your ultimate partner in achieving maximum aircraft uptime. At Varion, we understand the challenges faced by everyone in aviation. Our industry-leading technology solutions revolutionize aircraft management, so there's no more waiting, no more wondering, and no more wasted effort. Get real-time visibility of your maintenance, inventory, operations, and regulatory data right at your fingertips with an easy-to-use system, backed by a team of experts with deep aviation knowledge offering 24/7, 365 support. After 50 years in the business, we have built a growing reputation for getting our customers more aircraft uptime. That's why thousands of aircraft operators worldwide have already discovered the power of Varion. Say goodbye to downtime and hello to increased efficiency and profitability. Visit Varion.com to learn more. Varion, let's get you more uptime.
We're back now with Nick Vandesample and Ashley Daniel, and our conversation about finding opportunities for professional development in the scheduler and dispatcher role. And we already touched on this a bit, Ashley, but what are some specific educational opportunities that are out there that may be especially useful to those in S&D?
There are definitely a lot available. You can go the traditional route of getting a degree in aviation management or anything along those terms from a traditional college. You can advance that and get your MBA, but that's very expensive. So if you don't have money or you don't want to spend it, there are so many free online courses right now through Cornell, Harvard, others that you can do the courses. There are certificates out there. There's a lot that you can do. Just Google it and find what you like. Just take some free courses and see which area interests you, it piques your interest, and just build on that. You do that prior to spending a lot of money.
Yeah, there's definitely those higher opportunities available to people, and that's what everybody kind of latches onto. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can start with something simple like learning to Excel better, or I went out and tried to learn Power BI better last year, and just simply opening up YouTube and looking at YouTube videos was really helpful to me. MBAA is also a great resource for further learning. Last year, I also went out and achieved my CAM. That certificate is a great way to get you connected and get you started in a further aviation education and better yourself.
NBAA Certified Aviation Manager Program is a great example of an accreditation or certification available to schedulers and dispatchers and others in business aviation. And there are many others out there as well. It's really worth searching for them and seeking them out.
Yeah, you could go and look on any website or join a forum or a regional group or a local club. Those are all great ways to find these different opportunities. Also, use resources that are at your company. You can ask your boss, look at what your coworkers are doing, and maybe do some self-analysis or gap analysis to figure out what you need to do to be better at yourself or some deficiency that you may identify in yourself.
Ashley, I understand you've just started on your own path through the 6 months to CAM program.
I'm working on it. In the future, I'd definitely like to get my dispatch license. I don't have that, but I always have a goal. I write down kind of a list of what I'm looking forward to and what my short-term goals, long-term goals, and I just keep an ongoing list. But there's so many different things that someone could do. I mean, definitely through MBAA. Go on the website. There's the CAM. There's the new Certified Flight Coordinator certificate that you can do. The FAA with the licensed dispatcher. And then there's also aviation management certificates if you don't want to go the college or traditional bachelor route. You can get that certificate as well. And then if you want to build on understanding kind of the other side of things, you can always work on getting your private pilot and understanding with the people that are flying what's going on that side.
Oh, I definitely encourage that. Ashley, how might schedulers and dispatchers also leverage in-person gatherings or social media to develop a network and share information about those opportunities?
Well, you can always start with your local network. And there's regionals out there that you can speak to. You can join the group. There are the regional conferences or conventions. And just really start talking to people. Use that network to see what else is out there. There's always different committees that you can join as well. Volunteer. Volunteering is a great thing. If you don't want to commit to something long term, go volunteer at a convention or at a regional event. And that's a great way to increase your network as well.
And Nick, those networks are also a great way to both give and receive encouragement as you're putting in the extra work.
Yeah, for me, it always started with the why you get into aviation. We all had that little spark that got us initially excited to be in this business, or we maybe fell into the business. Defining that why, and then finding other people to be a mentor. Mentorship is huge. And then joining a regional group or even a national group like Women in Aviation or the MBAA is a great example, would also provide you with the opportunity to connect with other aviation professionals. And you can look at them and what they're doing and how they're advancing their own careers and use that to apply it to yourself. This is also a great resource when you're going through the different programs. I know when I did my CAM last year, I did 6 months of CAM last year. Without my support group of social connections, both in-house here and online through opportunities like LinkedIn and 6 months of CAM, I probably wouldn't have achieved such a thing.
What other advice would you like to share, Nick?
Just do something. It could be as little as watching a YouTube video on how you can do that one thing at work better tomorrow. And once you get that ball rolling and connect with people and start going, it's going to snowball and grow from there. There's opportunities out there to help pay for things with scholarships that are really helpful and can help make that spark for you. And maybe it's something you didn't know you wanted to do, but once you got started in it, you realize that it's really good and you really enjoy it. So then it'll help you just keep advancing and keep growing on what you want to do with your profession.
What about you, Ashley, especially since you're going through this experience right now with 6 months to CAM?
Well, we just started, but it's definitely time consuming. And when I was speaking before about scheduling out and writing down what your schedule is, what you have to do, your meetings, your appointments, your study group time, it's just, there's a lot. So you really have to be organized and you have to prioritize yourself, because if you don't, it's really not going to work. But so far, it's going well. We're in the very beginning stages, and I have a pile of books about 2 feet high that I'm going to have to look through and read, but I'm looking forward to the challenge.
We'll have to be sure to check back with you in about 6 months. Nick, what's a lesson that you took away from your experience earning CAM accreditation and in other professional development opportunities?
I think finding a mentor or finding a group of individuals that you can relate to and to be a support system and give you ideas on what you could do better, or maybe help give you some honest feedback. We're in aviation, right? We always need to do some honest feedback or look back on what we did or didn't do well, be it a flight or a trip or how we're actually doing our job. So we need to take that feedback and look to improve ourselves better. No better way to do it than a group of friends that are going to have your back through whatever improvement you're undertaking. Undergoing a CAM is designed to cover many different topics and make you a well-rounded aviation professional. So in order to accomplish such a thing, I dedicated 1 hour every night to help myself study and hold myself accountable to study and just get that incrementally better each day. And then we had a study group once a week that helped us stay accountable, helped me answer questions. We bounced ideas off of one another. We would each read something different that we needed to learn. And through that, we grew and became accredited.
When talking about building your network and getting out there and speaking to people, just don't forget you have your current company too. And I'm sure there are plenty of people in office that you can speak to, and even HR, see what opportunities are available to you even within your own company.
That's a great point. No better person to ask how you could better benefit the organization than your organization. So using the opportunity there can really help you get started, get that ball rolling. And they can also be an advocate for you to continue to do that.
Right. If you have the company support, then it makes everything a lot easier.
And that goes both mentally to give you maybe a time off to understand things. In my own CAM experience, my company did sacrifice a little bit to let me go take the test or understand that I'm going to ask questions about why we do something.
Right, because you want to invest in your own employees. You don't want them to build a network and then leave. You want them to stay, and they're a benefit to you, a benefit to the company, and then their own network, their own knowledge, and it's a great way to invest.
As we mentioned, NBAA has a variety of resources to assist all business aviation professionals in pursuing new opportunities for education and growth. That includes NBAA's Professional Development Program that helps them prepare for management roles within their companies. Learn more about that program at nbaa.org/PDP. And for more information about NBAA's Certified Aviation Manager Accreditation and 6 months to CAM, visit nbaa.org/CAM. One more way you can further your professional development is through NBAA's Business Aircraft Scheduler Certificate Program. Developed in collaboration with Part 91 subject matter experts and Universal Weather and Aviation, NBAA created this assessment-based certificate program featuring modules on such topics as mission control, safety and security, and pre-trip logistics. Learn more about this program at nbaa.org/schedulercert. And if you need help paying for a professional development course or certificate program, scholarships are available for current industry professionals as well as aviation students through NBAA. For more information, visit nbaa.org/scholarships. And one more note, if you're seeking support from your peers along with networking and mentorship opportunities, check out NBAA's Young Professionals in Business Aviation group at nbaa.org/YoPro and NBAA's Mentoring Network at nbaa.org/mentoring. And that's the latest from the National Business Aviation Association. Remember, you can subscribe to all Flight Plan episodes at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts, including by asking your virtual assistant or connected device. Of course, you can also download Flight Plan directly from nbaa.org. I'm Rob Finfrock. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for a new episode of Flight Plan.
Tomorrow's right base, sending out 3500.
We got him inside. We're still on effect 170, cover 5.